All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Three buns.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it. Unfolding
so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
58 right there. Here we go, T. Get off the field.
5.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
General West.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right there. 54 Mike. Know your job.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Posey, he completes it to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Check 43.
5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Posey, he's going to go for it all. And he's got his star receiver, and it's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. But so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Go!
2nd and 13. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
27 on the play. First down, Carolina.
Down! 50, plant!
Mike 45. I got you! Check!
You draw Porker!
He's coming!
He's Griffin!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, you! Let's go!
2nd and 11. Washington's got it. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set 18 Gator. Put up.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And it'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Back.
Smooth. Get it.
2nd and 5. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check safety, check safety.
Greystone travel. Ready.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
80 weapon.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hit it.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
X3, 218, chopper. 5.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
Don't say nothing. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
Chopper!
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I open.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Switch! Switch! 36, 36!
To throw on second down. Posey, it's complete to Jones. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Protein spill. Ready?
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
15 line. 15 line.
Check 50, check 50.
Hit it.
On first down, Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Hey, let's get this.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Hey, Delta.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Drop deep, drop deep. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
5.
Throwing on first down. Posey. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Set up. 10 Lobo. General West.
I'm scared. Shoot.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
132 fighter.
A gain of a yard.
From the gun on 3rd down. Posey. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to regain the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
High 7.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
59 mark, check.
Hustle.
They'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Line 36.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
There you go.
Check, 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 check.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We got to get to the ball. Let's convert. Let's convert. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Go.
Let's get this.
Five.
Back to throw. Going up top. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Go. Greystone, travel.
2nd and 3. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. Bravo.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Mike 5-4.
Be careful.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for second and goal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. Gano the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown.
Blitz coming, and down Jones.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Posey looking downfield for Jones. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
From the gun, Posey looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
X3, 218, chop, spot.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now this throw caught left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Posey. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
4 yards on the pickup.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd down and 5.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Posey. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Protein spill. You ain't doing nothing today. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And an alley to run. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
Freeman. inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set. 10-2 soft. You draw quarters. Yep.
Check. And 96 is coming.
Let's go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check three.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 6. That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going to look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
60 Pittsburgh.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Alert flag.
Christone Travis.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
It's our time. It's our time.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 20/20 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.